Welcome back, everybody. My name is Gypsy Joe and this is ThingsGalore, and today we're gonna do these really super cute wreaths. And sorry about the fingers. As you can tell, I've already been playing in the mica today, but they're super easy and they use the soap dough slash polymer clay extruder that I've been doing the embeds for the Halloween series. So this is going to be the same idea, kind of a mini series of a few embeds that you might be able to do for Christmas. You still have plenty of time to get those things going. And what we're going to do, I did make them small enough that I'm going to go ahead and put them in the really cool individual molds. Those fit down in there perfectly. And I'm just going to make individual soaps. I'm going to top them with these wreaths. Okay, first things first, we do need to make the bows a few days ahead of the wreaths. The bows need to harden, at least I found that it's better if they harden for a day or two. Maybe even you could probably cut it as close to 12 hours. You just need them to harden up enough so that you can attach the wreath part to them without having them crush. So, first things first, is the extruder comes with two flat rectangle dies. One is the biggest one. That's the one that we use to make the tombstones. This is a smaller one, and we're going to use the bigger one for the bow part. The smaller die is going to be used for the center part and these two dangling ribbons. So what I did was I just took some red and white soap dough, mixed it together in kind of a, I don't know, just an uneven pattern, and we're going to load it into the extruder. So we have our soap dough extruder loaded with the mixed red and white clay. So I like to do the mixed white and red colors because I feel like it gives a little bit more dimension. But, you know, like I said, feel free to use whatever color you want. You can use just straight red or just white, or a lot of possibilities here. So what we're going to do is gently fold in the two sides to meet in the center. We're just going to kind of press that in place, but we don't want to squish this part of the ribbon. Just going to actually push that to make it a little bit bigger. There you go. That's perfect. And also what I'm going to do is crush the center, because I want it to be smaller in the center, just like, you know, a real bow. It's smaller in the center and kind of expands out here on the bow part. We're just going to set that aside for just a moment, and we're going to use the small extruder to make a ribbon this size. So what I'm going to do is just break off a little piece, maybe 1 inch long, to wrap around the center. So I'm going to put the bow part that I've already made in the center and just wrap it around. Easy peasy. And just pinch the back. There you go. I love it already. So I have two pieces here about 1 inch long, and I have my little needle. You can use a toothpick, you can use a cutter, you can use a razor blade. I'm just gonna dip my small needle end into some water just to help it release a little bit, and I'm gonna cut the end of the ribbon into a V, because I think it makes it look a little bit more like a ribbon. You know, the devil is in the details, and I swear by that. To get them to adhere to the back, I'm just going to take a little bit of water and add it to the back here, and just very delicately place it on an angle, squish it there. The water should help it to attach fairly easily. And there you go. Just repeat the same process on the other side. A little bit more water. There you go. How cute is that for your Christmas soap? So you're gonna have to let that sit for, yeah, at least 12 hours. You could check back to make sure that they're firm enough to attach the next part. So I'll see you in a day or two. But with the magic of TV, we already have our soap dough extruder loaded with our green soap dough. I don't know if you can see that in there. And we're going to use the die that has 7 holes in it. So it's going to create 7 little noodles. And let's go ahead and get extruding. We're going to extrude a piece about 4 inches long. Okay, we have our piece that's about 4 inches long. We're going to delicately pinch it off. Do a little bit of a twist, but I don't want to crush. In fact, sometimes I do like to separate each individual strand before I do the twist. It gives the wreath a little bit more depth. At least I think. So we're just going to hold one end gently because we don't want to crush it yet. Crush the ends anyway. So we're just going to twist a little bit. We're going to form into a basic wreath shape. We're going to grab one of our newly made bows. We'll go ahead and just seal the little noodles here and make the wreath. And then we're just going to take the bottom of the wreath. We're going to take the new made bow and just kind of try to stick it in there delicately without marring the bow or the wreath. So there you have it. And while the soap dough is still wet, I do like to dust with some green mica. As you can see, I mixed the soap dough myself, so I have some flecks of yellow and blue still in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dust it lightly. You don't have to, but I think it also adds a little bit of definition. Just dust it with green mica. How cute is that? Super easy too. You can make 24 embeds in an afternoon. These would make some super great gifts for teachers, for people, you know, at the office. Okay, there we have it. We are all finished, my friends. We're just going to set that aside and continue doing the other 750 million that I have left to do. Okay, all right, y'all. As always, thanks for joining me. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. All right, and bye. See you next time.